And hello, skewers, and welcome back to another RSG guide video. We do these once in a while with myself, your host and guider of the things and the stuff, Ranger J 1999. And joining me as always is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Carthric, aka the Carthric, the Willen Cannoneer himself. Hello, Carthric.
Howdy.
And we are here to, well, how do you can be more efficient in the raid? Because we get asked that all the time. And so we are going to take this from this is going to be a two-part video. We'll do the first part and then we'll release it, and then we'll do the second part for you guys as well, so you guys can look at me. And just to give background, I was taking characters to Relic 8. I didn't care about the raid. I was getting about 11 million damage. Just was put it in there, put it on the
Yeah, somewhere
auto.
between I think 10.5 and 11.2 was your spread
Yeah.
throughout the last few raids.
And Carr said, "You can do better, Ranger." I said, "But I don't want to do better." He says, "Do better." I'm like, ah. And then he struck me violently. No, he didn't. Uh, so we are going to show you how we didn't remod. These are just the normal stuff that I have for these teams, and talk about, we're going to do the bottom tier of the raid and get those knocked out first. So this will be the first part of this guide. And then we'll get into the upper echelon teams and talk about the different stuff. It's pretty much the same kind of strategies and stuff, Karth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, basically outside of the Leia solo, the other 7 runs are basically just abusing the evasion mechanics and an Imperial Trooper character to
Yes.
just stack up evasion to do tons of damage to kind of knock it out. And your runs will give you a good case of, like, if you remodded for specific stat targets, you would easily clear some of the hurdles. Without remodding, we were still able to improve the score by about 3.5 million.
Yeah.
So it's definitely just following the general idea and concept will improve your raid scores without having to remod all your runs. You'll only need to really remod just for the Leia solo.
Yeah, pretty much. And so we've got Akbar, Stormtrooper, and Chief Turpa. We just wanted Rebel Leader. We wanted the evasion for
Yeah,
Stormtrooper. Go
it's
ahead.
the evasion on the two characters. So
Yeah.
Akbar and Chief Chirpa both have the evasive maneuvers ability, and then Stormtrooper just uses the evasion stacks to do a ton of damage.
All right. So we're going to go in. Now we're doing the difficulty 3, which is the 900,000 max. And we're trying to shoot for as close to that as possible in this run. So let's do it. Karth is watching me intently. And if I do anything wrong, he'll be upset about it. And he'll write me a very strong worded
It's
letter telling
it's
me
it's
how good he is.
pretty straightforward on the strategy for all the teams that use this mechanic.
Yes.
It's basically you use the evasion abilities and then the basics, and you never deviate from that.
Now, sometimes they have like Akbar has this button here, which is
Yeah,
the.
Akbar and Chirpa both have the emergency repairs, which that still adds stacks of evasion, so
So
you
we want to
still can
use
use
these.
those
Yeah,
ones.
we want to use this. And then for him, we never touch
Yeah,
this. We just always do
basic.
the basics. And we'll do some more of this, and then a basic. And look, he's already dead. Shoot him in the butt. More firing. Ah, you almost tricked me there. I was going to hit your special, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to do this and get those evasions going. Look, another dead scout trooper. Gotta love it. All right, I want some more evasion. I want some more evasion. Oh, you just want to be normal? Hit that again.
Yeah,
And you see it's just pretty simple, straightforward. And you see that the run we're at 28%, and we're just doing our thing, hitting the buttons here. And then we
yeah.
will go hard into the homie here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops.
Yeah, for the most part, you do this strategy until you get about somewhere in the 50s to 60s on your evasion stacks on your Rebel and Ewok characters. And then it's just a mad dash to balancing out the final act on making sure you line up before you hit Enrage with being able to kill the last two scout troopers so you can maximize your points.
Right. So we're at 55 each. Probably do a couple more runs here. We're at 63%. Probably finish this guy off. Okay, now we're at, I'm going to say 68, 69, 71. So the strategy here is we don't need to hit the evasion per se, or do we want to hit the evasion or just keep doing basics here?
No, you're high enough up to where you just need to balance out back and forth. We don't want to go too high on the evasion stacks because we don't want to get to the point where the stormtrooper is going to be able to one shot the commanders out of there before we can balance it back and forth.
So we'll just do basics here. I mean, max is 900,000 or at 82% and climbing.
You should be able to get somewhere in the 90s, and then you'll have to feather it from there.
Okay, we're at 678. All right. So at this point, we're at 91% with with the two big guys up, and we still just want to keep doing basics. They're still at 59, 59, 37, 50. So we just want to fire up his tailpipe here, there, Carth.
Yeah, you want to just take out the highest one and then try to just quickly burst down the one. The thing you really want to make sure is if you're going to hit and raid with them still active,
Okay, yeah. So
is to make sure that there's only one active.
yeah, there's one active when we're at a rage. Now, do we want to hit? So the functions are just go for the shots here.
Um, if we still have good health on them, then we could try to get some. How many stacks left on that?
36,
that
49, and 5 on the stormtrooper.
Um, you might just want to smash the evasions just for points. I don't think you'll survive long enough to put them down.
Yeah, stormtrooper just took it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So probably want points here now because
Yeah, just use the evasion abilities because they grant points as you use them.
yeah. Yeah. So 784 out of 900,000 on a run with characters that not fully succeed. I think this is a good run. I mean, we could try to do a little bit better, but I think we can take this, right?
I don't think you're going to get a heck of a lot better though. It's the without remodding you're going to land somewhere around 80 to 90%.
Yeah. That's
of
just
max.
under 80.
Yeah. So
or nine. Well, yeah, something 85%, where we're at. So I'll take this. So we'll take that and submit that as our lower score because that's the only time we're going to be doing that level at that run. Now, we're going to increase the difficulty because this is the lower tiers. So we're going to go up 1 to 1.2 million max damage. We'll hit confirm. Again, we're not remodding. We're not doing anything like that. We are running now with our other teams. So we'll select them. They're all saved. And we are going to be running two teams. The Lando team here, we kind of messed around with this one, and then the Veers team. So which one do you want to start with first, Carth?
We'll start with the Lando one.
Okay.
This one isn't what I would call necessarily ideal, but it's what we have available. More or less because Lando's kit is just dead weight. It doesn't do anything productive per se, but we need something that allows evasion stacks to accumulate for the Imperial troopers to use. So this still works. We'll still be able to get fairly close to 1 million points out of it. So
okay, and we go.
Same strategy as last time. We're just going to keep smashing the evasive maneuvers ability and then
basics.
Basics.
Yep. Now, some people ask why we aren't using some of the second abilities. Like, we're not using this one on these guys, right? We're just using the basics here.
No, because with Lando, you'll do more damage with the basic than you will with the special, and the special only adds 1 stack of evasion up, so it doesn't really benefit us. We were better off just making progress on trying to knock out the troopers as fast as we can.
Right. What we're gonna do. You know, see he's on fire. All right. And you're toast. You have become one with the wood. All right. And there's another one down. So we're doing pretty well. 220,000, 31%. Good stack so far. Looking good. Do that again. Do that. Fire. Fire. Now, if anything goes wonky, we'll still keep the run. We're just talking about what we're doing here and stuff. So there we go. Nice, solid hit. And you just see I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. Basic. And then anytime that button's there, I'm hitting it. And we'll take him out. So 458,000, halfway at the halfway mark. Not bad. Another Shadow Scout Trooper. They're the ugly ones. All right, we're going to do that. Do a basic. Do another basic. Almost dead. Another basic. He is dead. 584,000. Get some more of that going. All right, we're at 69%. Firing. We're firing. We're firing. We're doing things. All right, another big group. Let's get that going. Fire. 28%. Oh, we lost something. Uh-oh. That's gonna happen, Carth. These things can happen.
Yeah, this is the dilemma with without remodding that comes out that we had mentioned briefly at the beginning of this. Um, the problem you're going to run into is that without remodding, you are a little bit more squishy on some of your builds.
Yeah, like this.
Um, but this
890,000. So this one was a rougher run here.
a rougher run. We found that in initial testing as well that this one was a little hard just because Lando's kit isn't great
Yeah.
for what the raid.
Yeah.
Because we just have no additional way to help stack evasion faster,
Yeah.
and so our damage is a little bit lacking. But I mean, still, you're pulling about 75% of the max points right there on that run.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
We'll take it.
without a remod, that's good enough.
Yep, we'll submit it. So, and we'll do one more battle for this video. When this time we're going to use a much better team. We're going to use the Veers team with. Oh,
Yeah,
Chewbacca's.
Veers.
Yeah,
The Veers team in itself is a very good team to run at any tier because they have so much terror meter generation.
right. And for this team, I
But
think we're
we
doing the
got
same
it.
thing, right? We're just doing the third and the first special.
Yeah, yeah,
On the,
same thing. We're just ramping evasion. The only fun part with this is that we only have one evasion character, which is Colonel Stark. So it'll be a little slower of a build, but it should still work relatively well because you have so much team generation off of the
yeah, you get a
Veers
lot
lead.
of turns with this team, so you're going to be doing a lot of firing. So we definitely want to do that first. Don't want to do that. None of these abilities do anything. I think this is Chewy. Yeah, it is Chewy. Just do bases with Chewy is what we're saying here.
Yeah. Yep. Veers and Chewie only use basics the entire fight, and then
Stark whenever you
Stark,
get it.
yeah, we'll have it whenever you can get it.
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd want to have two evasion characters on every team, but with depending on where you're rostered at, you just don't always have the options. So
yeah. All right. There are more evasion.
because there are a lot of people who just do not want to put the gear on the Ewoks, and I can't blame them.
No, it's hard. That's very hard. Super hard. Super serial hard. All right. He's almost dead. We're starting to do some good damage now. And they just take so many turns, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Veer's lead is still active, and so when Stark uses the evasion ability, he grants tons of turn meter because it's 4 buffs onto your team, and then when they die, you gain turn meter too from that as well. So
Yeah, we're doing
it's a very fun combination.
36 stacks we just did there. He's dead. Yeah, so this is going well. You can always have a bad thing where they do something and you lose a character, but we're just showing this the general concept of what we're doing here. 626,000 at 74%. So still pretty solid. Yeah, they just one shot him with 50. So they're really starting to ramp up now. All right, 87, 88. He's dead. So yeah, we got another run here. We're at 95%. We're not even at
Yeah, so this is the point where we want to bounce it a little bit.
okay.
So
97
we'll
and
use a basic here.
this will finish him off.
And so then we'll target the other guy and we'll work him down a little bit. So that way we can kind of knock one, then knock the other.
So you want to shoot the other one here at this point?
Yeah, we want to whittle him down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, 97 still, 97 still.
So Chewbacca's next turn, he can target whoever he wants. Then you just basic here, and you'll probably end up killing this guy now.
99, and we've got.
So target the other guy. Target the other guy.
He's dead. 958.
Use the basic. Yep.
He's
Just
a
basic here. Yeah, basic here.
Okay.
And then just do what you can. I would use the evasion ability next time it's up, but I mean, you're pretty much going to be out of gas after this.
Yeah, they're
so
going
you'll
to
squeeze a little bit more points out of that.
Yeah,
but
but that's still really good. I mean, that's a million damage right there on that team. 1,044,000 on a 12 million run. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a good setup. Veers and Stark combos is very good points.
So far we've done 3 runs on the bottom tier. We've already got 2.7 million damage. Million. So what are some of the key things we take off as we end this video on the different runs of being efficient with the dummy ranger that you would recommend for people to be more efficient in the raids? If they don't want to remod, probably
The,
recommend getting
the
your mods as high as you can on those characters. You don't have to remod per se, and the abilities. What are your tips for these lower tier runs, and what are you looking
uh
for?
for the most part, what you're looking for is the character combination. You're looking for roughly um 2 evasion characters that have the evasive maneuvers ability. Um, you ideally want one of the characters to be either an Ewok or Rebel, and the other one to be an Imperial Trooper because of how Imperial Troopers use the evasion mechanic. They deal more damage on their basics for every stack of evasion. The Rebel and Ewok characters gain stacks of evasion, and they don't lose them as frequently. The Imperial Troopers consume them when they use their basic. That's the majority of the combination you want to use. You want 2 of those evasion characters, and then you want somebody who's either going to be another source to stack, like another Ewok Rebel, or another person to increase the damage in another Imperial ally. That tends to be the best combination for easy points without having to invest more than a few relic levels into the team. You don't have to spend time remodding. You don't have to spend time fussing about, getting everything perfect. You don't have to have God mod to do it. You just have to have the right team, and then follow the strategy, and you will massively improve your points versus just pressing auto.
All right. So this is part 1 of part 2. So we'll go ahead and end this video. Check out our part 2, which will be posted. I'll post this one day and then the part 2 the next. Then you can use both these videos as a guide. So this is the early stages, the early tiers of the raid. Next video is going to be the upper tiers of the raid and the different strategies and plans. So with that, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.